Fentman Sports, and I'm Joe Fenton. This particular question here says, when was football better? Back then or now? Okay. I have seen this question in my inbox, but I avoid it because if you understand errors, there is no need comparing errors. People who like to compare errors are sentimental people. They hold something in when they used to enjoy the sports or their favorite player. They are stuck some way, somehow in an era. Okay, but I do not like to compare them because I understand in every era there is a major shift in the sports. If you understand it that way, you don't waste your time trying to pitch football minds together. Yes, there's a general rule in football where you can tell who is a better footballer than the other. But I'm saying the entire system, if you understand it, you don't try to compare errors and what players you think will survive in what era and what not. It's almost baseless. And this doesn't even only happen in football, it happens in all spheres of sports. And life in general, every era comes with its own changes. Currently, I have this one problem I have named the number 9 problem. It is not in any book, it's a problem I have named like that. Now you look at the number 9s, they are struggling because back then, the strikers like the Filippo Inzaghi, the Batistuta, the Drogba, the Carroll type of number 9, they are getting lost in our system. Why? Because back then, if you were a wide player, whether it was the old school 4-4-2 or let's say the new school 4-3-3, the wide players, their main aim was to get the ball to the number 9 first. That is their major role. Then other things come in. Now, the wide players, what's on their mind is getting the goal. If the channels are blocked, then they look for the number 9. Examples are the Bukayo Sakas, the Phil Fodens, and all that. That's the new system now. So they are not looking for the number 9 like back then when you get the ball, you are looking for where Filippo Inzaghi is to whip the ball to him. Whatever he does with the ball, that's not your problem. Your initial job is done. Currently, Bukayo Saka is looking for a goal. If he cuts in and he realizes the channels are blocked, that's when he realizes I need to get the ball to the number 9. So you understand this, you don't look at the modern number 9 like the old school number 9. They are slightly different. And there's another problem I call the fullback problem. Okay. Yes, the evolution of a fullback started when Cafu and Roberto Carlos did that major shift. Now fullbacks have transcended into something very different. Very, very, very different. Fullbacks with the ability to even play as a number 10. I mean, it is ridiculous now. So you are looking at that and you don't even try to look at Trent Alexander-Arnold and another number 2 back then the same way. The systems are very, very, very different. Okay? And there's this one problem I call this is the most important one of them all. The single number 10 system. It is lost now. It is lost. Like back then when they set up the team, they have that one player they were looking up to for inspiration and all that. No. Now the team is system based, or you play multiple number 10s. And I've used Madrid and Man City as example on numerous occasions. Okay, you have Pep Guardiola, Bernardo Silva in number 10, Phil Foden in number 10. You can in another system you can have Rodri as a number 10. They have multiple number 10s. Same with Real Madrid, you can have Toni Kroos as the now the current form of number 10 players with a bigger IQ, same as Luka Modric, or you can have Vinicius as that old school number 10. And the system has changed in a lot of ways. So comparing errors doesn't really matter. There's one thing I can say: good players or geniuses will transform or will do better in any era. They are not bound to any era. What Maradona did in the 80s, 1980 somethings, if he is here, he will be doing the same thing. What Messi is doing now, if he goes in the 1950s, he will do the same. Good players are not bound to errors. That's all I can tell you. But comparing errors to me is just a waste of one's time.